Hello, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another Linux app. Today we're gonna take a look into these interior designing for engineers and architect and who work in a designing a house or something interior designing. So anyway, let's take a look into the Sweet Home 3D. So the website is sweethome3d.com. It is a Linux app. As you can see, we have the Linux version right here. And this is a cross-platform type of app, which is available in all platforms, including the Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, and even the BSD. So anyway, let's take a look into this free interior design application, which helps you design and plan your house, arrange furnitures on it, and visit the result in 3D. And this is absolutely for free. So you could download this. We have different types of languages actually. The flags are raised right here on the right upper corner. So let's go to the download. It is also available in Windows, Mac, and even in web, and also to the iOS and Android. Android is actually a Linux. If someone is saying, I don't know how to use Linux, well, you better check out your iOS, which is the cousin of Linux, and of course Android are actually Linux. If you don't believe me, well, let's go to the Android website, and here is the architectural design. As you can see, there it is. What is this? Let's zoom in so that you could see it clearly. So there it is. The Android is actually Linux. So there you have it, the Android framework, the Android AIP, the Android apps, and all those stuff is actually based all in Linux. So don't say that you don't know how to use Linux, because everything right now in our mobile phones, and of course that's including our Unix operating system, the iOS, are actually cousins of Linux. So anyway, let's go back to our Sweet Home 3D. So of course you could download right here. Just click for your Windows, Mac, and of course for your by the way, if you're using the mobile phone, you could also go to the App Store, the Google Play, and the Apple App Store, and download it there. Let's zoom in again, because I'm using the Linux. I could zoom in without any problems or any crazy stuff. So there you have it. That is the smartphone, tablets, and it is available in App Store of Apple and Google Play Store. Okay, zoom out. Okay. So let's go to our big store, which is, I'm using a big Linux operating system. Let's go to the Sweet Home 3D, and then let's click enter. There, I already download, so I don't need to reinstall it. So you have the uninstall, the open and run, and of course reinstallment. It is also a general public licensure version 2, which means it is GNU public license. So it is GNU, GNU public license, that is maintained by the Linux community. Okay, let's close this one. And let's go to our Sweet Home 3D. This is our Sweet Home 3D. So how do you do this? So I'm just wiggling it. Oh, by the way, if you want to have the wiggle thing or some effects, it's basically, it is free right here in Linux. There's nothing to pay right here. Okay, even the apps, if you're using the apps like the Sweet Home 3D, if you're using the Windows, probably you will see something like you have to pay. So anyway, right here in Linux, nothing to pay. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's zoom in this one and let's start. So you have all the options right here. We have the arrow, we have the pan, or should I say navigation. Of course, we could like move it. We could also add some walls, rooms, or should I say the floor. We also have the polylines and the dimension. Okay, so let's start with creating with our home. So as you can see, we have this grid right here. So there are always like the north right here. So basically it is there to help you guide which is the location and where is the north. Of course, if you want to move it, it's really up to you. So anyway, we have also the levels right here. But if you're using the Mac, I will let you see that in the next episode, or even including the Android and the iOS and the iPad OS. Okay, so we'll start with the Linux desktop. I'm using the big Linux anyway. Let's start with the walls. Like, for example, we start with the 0-ish in the grid, and then we could like maybe about like 36. Let's just use 36 right now. Okay, and then let's move down because this is a room, so let's put it like maybe 24. Okay, there. Oops. And then let's click another until we reach right here, and then the last portion. Then there we have our lock already, right? So that is our wall. So let me see, do we have any changes? We could like also rotate this one. I think we don't have any problems. Zoom in, zoom out. Of course, zoom in, zoom out. You could do that. You can also rotate this one if you wanted to. Okay, so if this is your wall already, let's use the doors. So we could like enter. So how do we do this? We also drag this one. For example, we have our doors facing in the north right there, maybe about 1.5 feet. Let's just put 1.5 feet. It is a standard door, so it will be okay. So as you can see, we have our door already. So if you're asking me how do we change the color right here, it is still like gray-ish. So we're just gonna double click this one. We have our color, which is gray and gray. So we have the left side, which is the outside. The right side is the inside. So we have just gonna click this one so that we could change the color. For example, I want the color like light blue, like that, and just click okay. And the inside, the right side, maybe I'll just gonna use the, let me see, maybe I'll go for about like maybe reddish. Okay, like that. Let's add that one. Okay, so we have that color, but I want to have a texture. So in this, actually we have the wall right here. Either you have a wall like this, or maybe rough. Yeah, I think we have a rough cast. Okay, we'll just use that one. And the texture inside the right side will be, maybe I'll just gonna use the plain. It's okay with me. You have also the shiny matte if you wanted to. Okay, so the height will be 8, which is our standard wall. So I'll be okay with that one, and I'll click this one. So we have our inside and outside. There you have it. So how about the other walls? Let's just click again and put some color. Maybe I'll go for that one, and then probably this one. Okay, same, right? Okay, or maybe we could like use this one or this one, a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay, so we have that. Oh, by the way, because this is the marble, we don't have any color like that, so let's just use the color, the regular color that we have. Maybe blue, right? Let's use the blue one. Do we have the same color? Yeah, okay. How about this one? The same color? Yeah, let's just use that color. And then click OK. How about this side? We could maintain that color. This one too. And click OK. So we have our walls already. So let's try to create our rooms dividers. Okay, for example, we have to divide this one, so we need another wall. For example, we only have like simple like 2 bedrooms, so let's just make it half. Oops, I forgot to click. So we have that one. So I will have 2 bedrooms. I need another. Okay, so we have 2 bedrooms already. So let's add 2 doors again. Maybe I'll put this right here. Uh-oh. Okay. How about this one? Maybe I'll use the other side. Oh, okay. Undo. Okay. Okay, let me put another door right here for our other bedroom. Okay, so we have bedroom 1 and 2. We have to put something like maybe some furnitures. I'll put some furnitures right here. Living room, we have some sofa right here, so let's try to put the sofa maybe right here. Okay, I think I'll like to do like that because I want to have a corner. And let's put some TV. Okay, TV unit there. Okay, so we need to put the TV unit inside, not outside. So we could like do like that. Maybe we could move a little bit. Okay, I think that's okay, right? Yeah, okay. So for example, that is just only for example. Okay, let's have some round table. Let's drag this one maybe somewhere here, because we need to have a toilet. Okay, we have a round table. Then let's have some chairs. Maybe this one will be okay. I'll put it right here. Another chair. Maybe 4 chairs will be okay, right? I'll just gonna drag and drop right there. Now let's try to look if this is okay. No, we need to turn this thing around because we are facing in the wrong direction. Okay, how about this one? Yes. Okay, so let's go to the walls for our toilet. Okay, let's go for our toilet. It's like that basically, like maybe 12. Okay, and then let's click that one. Oopsie. Okay, so let's add door for our toilet. So let's add, maybe we'll use this in this area. Okay, all right, now we have our toilet. So let me see, let's drag and drop something like the bathroom, like a toilet unit. I'll be putting the toilet right here. Okay, how about the wash basin? Okay, that's cool. And then the shower. Shower right there. Okay, something like that. Maybe let's see if that is okay. Yeah, I think that's okay already, right? So cool. So simple, right? So bedroom, let's have some bedroom. So we have some beds. Okay, we could rotate that one later. Okay, so where is our bed is facing? Okay, 90 degrees will be okay like that. How about on the other side? Maybe I could like use this one too, right there. How about some, oh, maybe I could like, oh, sorry, maybe I could like change, maybe I could like use the double bed. Okay, so let's try to put the bed right there. So how about let's just use something like maybe some some chests. Okay, let's put some chests. Let's have some decorations. Maybe a bedside table. Okay, bedside table. Okay, let's put it. And then another chest right here. Okay, there you have it. Cool. So how about windows? I forgot to add windows. Okay, well, we have the French. Do we need something little? No, I'll just gonna use the double French. Okay, how about the other side for the, okay, oops, oh no, I move it a little. Okay, Okay, 90 degrees. Maybe I'll put it right here, and this one will be rotated 180 degrees. Okay, there. How about another French? Let me see if we could like insert it right here so that the no, let's just use the bedroom. Okay, how about the another bedroom? We need to have a window, rotate it 180 degrees. Right, so cool, right? How about a small window, like a round, maybe a small window only for the toilet, like there. I think that's okay. Cool, right? How about the hallway? We need to put some windows there. Okay, cool. Okay, so a simple design. And how do we save it? Of course, just go to the file and then try to save it. Save us. And of course, don't forget to put it where. Either you can put it on your desktop, document, download. I'll just use the document. Okay, and then the file name, I'll be using simple house design. Okay, simple house design. Okay, and let's save it. There, it's already saved. Cool, right? So that's how you use the Sweet Home 3D. Okay, so if you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. Okay, so we could like add more on this particular layout. Okay, let me close this one. Let us see. Let's reopen it. It is Sweet Home 3D. Oops, it's on my other side of my. Okay, I just drag it. Okay, let me open again. Okay, there you have it. That is my layout. Cool, right? Could like also use that dimension or drag this a little bit, like more preview, right? You can change all the time, so no problem with that one. Okay, oh, I forgot, maybe we could like add some. Where is my computer? Okay, a desk, a computer desk. Okay, I'll be using a desk for the area right here. Maybe you could like add. Okay, and then let's add a computer laptop there. Oops, oh no, we need to make it higher, so let's increase it height. You still increase it? No. Okay, I think the height of our computer is where. Okay, there it is. I thought I was like looking a floating type of a little bit there. There you have it. Okay, so that's how you make your design right here on the Linux app. It's absolutely for free, nothing to pay right here, so you don't have to have the payment. But if you're using, I think, Windows or Mac or Android or iPad, you have to pay something, like maybe, just maybe some few, like there is a diamond something ish, so which means it will be paid. But right here in Linux, you don't have to pay anything, especially if you're using the Linux operating system. Well, just like me, I don't really pay something. This is absolutely for free. So yeah. So anyway, if you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below, okay? So this is your teacher in math, science, computer, and engineering. I'm Blair. Bye for now and see you in the next adventure. Ciao!